You sit in observance of Tim Snowborn of House Snowborn, first of his name, son of James the Mad, rightful heir to the porcelain throne, protector of the seven fandoms, the father of kiddies, the unfrozen one, the breaker of wind, groom of the stool, sin eater, winner of the 2011 World Speed Clapping Championship.
This is not so serious issues.
Hello everyone, my name is Tim Snowborn. Welcome to another episode of Game of Thrones, the game where the rules are made up, no one is safe, and if you lose, you take a sword in the taint. So, here we are again. Last week, wow, what an episode. Last week makes up for the previous weeks. Again, I'm not saying the first 3 episodes of the season sucked. I've never seen a bad episode of Game of Thrones, but they just weren't as exciting as last week's episode. Last week's episode really blew us all away, didn't it? A few things about last week's episode that I've thought of since then. The look on Tyrion's face during that last battle scene as he was watching the Lannister soldiers burn, it looked like he was starting to regret picking Daenerys' side. And I've watched some of the other reaction videos, and people are like, Daenerys is kind of becoming a dictator. I don't think she is. I mean, they're at war. She can't be expected to sit on her hands and do nothing. Tyrion has to expect her to attack the other side. She has to do something. She has to attack the Lannister army. She has to attack the Iron Fleet. Tyrion can't expect her to not retaliate and not try to win. That look of regret on his face, it's like, what was he expecting? This had to happen eventually. He didn't have to be there to witness it. He shouldn't have been there to witness it. But he had to expect this kind of thing to happen eventually. It doesn't make Daenerys a dictator or a bad person or anything. She's fighting back. She's reclaiming the throne. This is what he signed up for. A lot of reunions last episode. The Starks are getting back together. It's cool to see. Hopefully we'll see Jon back there with the rest of them soon. The fight between Arya and Brienne, oh, mwah, top notch. God, I'm so glad they threw that in there. I'm so glad. I'm sure the writers of the show were like, let's have Arya spar with Brienne for a bit. The fans will love it, and God, they were right. About the giant crossbows, I have kind of a prediction here. I'm not sure that this is what's going to happen, but it's something I could totally see happening. I still think one of the dragons is going to die. At least one of the dragons is going to die. Maybe 2. Probably not all 3, I don't think. But at least one of the dragons I still think is going to die, and I think this is how it's going to happen. The way the first dragon dies, I think what's going to happen is, see, Bronn missed with that first bolt because the dragon was too far away. He got him with the second bolt, kind of, because I think the dragon was closer. I think if you're gonna hit the dragon with any degree of accuracy, you have to let it get closer. But of course, the closer you let the dragon get, the more likely you're going to get bargain. So here's what I'm thinking is going to happen. I think Dickon. I think Dickon is probably going to go on a suicide mission. So there's Dickon. He sees her. So Dickon. So he will not be named without Dickon. He sees the dragon coming. Dickon is manning the giant crossbow. The dragon comes. 2 things happen at the same time. The dragon breathes fire at Dickon. Dickon fires the giant crossbow at the same time. The bolt goes through the fire. Through it now. Dickon gets barbecued. The bolt goes in the dragon's mouth, out the back. 2 birds at the same time. That's what I'm saying. Again, I don't know if this is going to happen. That would be I think Jamie's still alive. Nobody, Peace. Has anyone done a Lego version of this intro? I feel like that has to be a thing already.
Dragons are where our partnership ends.
I have a very strict no dragons clause in my contract. It's not my fault if you didn't read it and just clicked agree. Stop looking so fucking sad. You had to know this was coming.
I offer you a choice. Bend the knee and join me. Together.
I don't know if I would trust these guys. Why should they suddenly be on your side when you just killed a whole bunch of them? Tonight on Comedy Central, the roast of Randall and Dickon Tarley.
Dracarys.
Okay, so I was wrong about Dickon killing any dragons. I am less convinced that Daenerys is going to end up on the throne now.
We have the Tyrell gold, we have the Iron Bank behind us, we can buy mercenaries.
Who will all be roasted alive.
So what do we do?
Bend the knee.
Tyrion didn't kill Joffrey, he had nothing to do with it.
After all this time, it still amazes me.
It was
that you-
Olenna. She confessed before she died.
Fake news. Why have you summoned me? I am touching the beast. The Targaryen blood is strong with this one.
So it was a figure of speech.
Why are you so reluctant to tell her? Come on. That is not Jorah. Is that Jorah? Ah, good. Sir Friendzone is back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry, just counting crows. How many crows, you ask? A murder of crows. So can Brad make these things poop on command? Because I would love to see one of these guys look up and take a turd in the eye. Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, 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 pick a lot, pick a little more.
Don't forget the prophet Lodos, who promised that the drowned god would rise up and destroy Aegon the Conqueror.
Did he just pick up the same stack of books he came in with? I can't believe this is the first time we've seen these two get wasted together.
And how would you get into King's Landing?
Well, I did have this great idea about building a giant wooden rabbit.
I haven't given you permission to leave.
I haven't bent the knee. I heard that in that the episode last week that they filmed together, they couldn't stop giggling. I bet this was hard to film too.
Last time I was here, I killed my father with a crossbow.
Last time I was here, you killed my son with wildfire.
Touché. Please tell me they're making Valyrian steel swords right now. All of this better be Valyrian steel. Gendry.
Thought you might still be rowing.
Fan service.
Nothing fucks you harder than time.
Nothing fucks you harder than time. Davos 2017. Stop looking so grim, dude. Smile a bit. Stop. Hammer time. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer your face in. I'd hammer your brains out.
Never betray me again.
Ooh.
Yeah, nobody mind me. All I've ever done is live to a ripe old age.
He always wanted a girlfriend. Be careful what you wish for, dude.
Maynard says here that he issued an annulment for Prince Rhaegar and remarried him to someone else.
What? What? Hang on. Let me rewind that a bit.
Maynard says here that he issued an annulment for Prince Rhaegar and remarried him to someone else at the same time in a secret ceremony in Dawn. Is that a common thing?
Fuck me. So Rhaegar and Lyanna were legally married, so Jon is the legal... He's not a bastard. He's the legal heir of the throne now. Well then. And Sam's just going to gloss over that. Well, I suppose he doesn't know what we know. Jesus Christ. Oh, look at their kid. He's already 3. Going out for a beer. This is starting to feel a bit Skyrim-y. Please don't let her come across Littlefinger's secret stash of etchings of him just giving it to her sister. You are playful, honest, and mindful of the needs of others in bed. Making me all homesick for Minnesota here. So wait, did Jon go straight to the wall and not stop in Winterfell to see Arya and Bran? Roll credits. Come on. I didn't want to be right about that. So, thoughts on tonight's episode. Not quite as exciting as last episode. I mean, I don't think that an episode needs action to be exciting. It just needs some good revelations. I guess we got a big reveal in this episode. Holy shit. So, yeah, Jon is not a bastard. He is the legal son and rightful heir to the Iron Throne. I mean, I feel like that's got to set up a bit of a rivalry between him and Daenerys, right? It's like she's got her eyes on the throne. Not that she super wants to rule. She just wants to stop the assholes who are already there. But like, I mean, she's going to find out that he's the rightful heir. But really, how is she going to find out? Like, we know, like, Bran says that Jon is a Targaryen. And of course, we believe him and everything. But how is he going to prove it to everybody else on the show? They're not just going to take his word for it. He has to have some proof. I think that Jon being able to pet the dragon isn't going to suffice. Knew that Jaime wasn't dead, obviously. I mean, I like that they got that out of the way right at the beginning of the episode. Didn't keep us in suspense at all. Just, yeah, he's not dead. Daenerys burning the Tarleys. I mean, it's almost like they're setting her up to be the bad guy. Not that they're setting Cersei up to be the good guy, but you know, I mean, she's kind of just doing what she needs to do. Anyone would probably force the survivors to either bend the knee or die, I guess. I guess that's not too tyrannical, but like, you know, the look on Tyrion's face, like, this is wrong for her somehow? I don't know. I feel like she's still a good person, basically. But I feel like the show is kind of setting her up to, like, she's not going to be on the throne. I don't know. Cersei is just the queen of poker face in this episode. You know, she learns that Tyrion didn't kill Joffrey, and she learns that Jaime met with Tyrion, and she's just nothing. She's good at not freaking out on the outside. She's good at keeping her shit together. Samwell leaving the Citadel. I mean, there's kind of a theme in this show of people making supposedly lifelong commitments and then breaking them. Jon left the Wall, Samwell's leaving the Citadel. I assume that, like, he's gonna go help kill the Night's King and get forgiven for that. Oh, now it's time to send out the Ravens, huh? Could have done that a few episodes ago, but oh, now. Okay, whatever. The scene with Tyrion and Jaime reuniting. Wow, that was a great scene. Powerful for as short as it was. Just the part where Tyrion was trying to convince him, hey man, Dad knew that I was innocent and tried to kill me anyway. And Jaime knows he's innocent. So, I know. I mean, obviously there's still some bad blood, but that was a great scene, man. Loved it. Good to see Gendry again. So Cersei's pregnant again. Why? I mean, who are they going to say is the father? Because whoever's the father is theoretically supposed to be the king. You can't just grab some squire and be like, oh yeah, I totally fucked a squire for shits and giggles. And they can't put Jaime on the throne. I know Cersei wants to be all out of the closet about their relationship, but that's just not going to happen. Good to see the Hound again. Obviously can't wait to see what happens beyond the wall in the next episode. It's going to be pretty sweet. The whole thing with Arya and Littlefinger, I don't know. I kind of feel like he's setting her up. Kind of feel like that's part of his plan. I think she should just kill him. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, thank you in advance for subscribing, sharing, liking, and commenting below. What do you think? You think Arya is going to kill Littlefinger before he causes any more shit? How do you think Bran is going to prove that Jon is a Targaryen? Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.